Fly FM.
Mxmtoon.
Yes,
We want to
nailed
know
it.
about this name right now because I think you were saying in your YouTube video back in 2017, you were saying something like it's your initials, but you don't want to like reveal your name. We get it though. So is it still that same reason? Is it that
It's
name?
kind of the same reason. I mean, so it is my initials, MXMT, but I made it when I was 11, and my dad kind of came up with it, actually. Not kind of. He did come up with it, and I think that's a big point of pride for him at this point. But it was made for my 11-year-old Instagram account where I posted cartoons, and that's why it has Toon at the end of it. So it would be like Maya's Cartoons. And I thought that visual arts is going to be the reason that I would get internet famous. It wasn't at all. I don't know what I was thinking, but I used the name for everything, including my own music releases, until like 2017 when I started releasing original songs. And by the time that people started paying attention to me, it kind of got too late for me to change it. And so now it's stuck with me, but I think it ended up being a good name. So I'm happy that it worked out. I'm happy that my 11-year-old self had enough of a brain to have some foresight over what I should be called. Yeah.
Do you remember that first memory? You thought to yourself, "Oh my gosh, I want to do music." Was it something you saw, something you heard?
I didn't really think about it until way later. I want to say like 2018 was when I had the first thought that I was like, this would be kind of cool if I could make it a job. And I don't remember the exact moment, but I think it was just like reading comments on YouTube videos where people were listening to the covers I was posting or listening to some of the originals that I was posting, and they're like, wow, I feel exactly this way, and this is so good, please keep writing. And I had never had that experience before, and that was super encouraging. That made me think, you know what, maybe I could do this for a living, and maybe I'm good enough to do it. So I think I managed to somehow make it happen. Yeah.
It's so cool. You're just like performing and then recording it, putting it on YouTube, and then people are like, "Yo, do it for real." You're like, "Oh, okay."
That's exactly how I felt. I was like, maybe, possibly. Okay, yeah. I'll go for it. Yeah.
We're so glad you're doing we're so glad that you're doing it because your songs are amazing. You know, we want to talk about your first EP for a bit here, Plum Blossom. You released it in 2018. You actually recorded the whole thing in your parents' guest room.
Yep.
Tell us what was going through your mind at the time. Like, tell us everything.
I mean, I was at that point, I just graduated from high school. And so I was writing songs and taking older songs that I had taken while I was writing them while I was still in school. And so Plum Blossom was really about, I want to say, like wrapping up that chapter of my life and the music I was making. And I recorded it in my parents' guest bedroom. I still have my microphone set up there at my parents' house. And whenever I go back to visit them, I still sit in there and I write songs. And so it's very near and dear to my heart. But Plum Blossom is like kind of just, I want to say almost like a letter to myself about that year, those years of my life being like 16, 17, 18. And just telling myself that it's okay to feel everything that I was feeling within the, yeah.
Wow, that's so brave of you to sort of like share that part of your life though. So how do you feel now though, now that it's out and everybody's hearing it?
I think at first it was so scary because, you know, you never want to like overshare and reveal too much about whatever you're going through because you don't want people to be like, oh wow, this is way too much information and why is she writing every single thing that she's thinking about? But I think I look at it now as more of like a blessing and something that's really special and brave too, because honesty is one of the scariest things you can ever do. And so when you write honest songs and you share things that are really open about your experience, I think that encourages other people to feel brave enough to do the same. And the more open dialogue and the more open conversations we have with each other about the things that we go through, I think that's when we become closer as people and become more understanding and empathetic and kind. Yeah, so I think it's a good thing.
We want to talk about your song Bon Iver. I like how you wrote about the fact that when the sun comes down, you know, there's still a lot of things to look forward to, even though, you know, you think it's the end. So tell us, when did you write this song?
I wrote Bon Iver back in, I want to say March of this year. And it was like, I was really struggling with how to figure out, you know, how do I talk about this theme of like not wanting something to end? And I was thinking a lot about cycles because we were in the process of brainstorming Dawn and Dusk and thinking about the concept of these two EPs. And so, you know, when the sun goes down, that was like, obviously we think about it in this process of like, okay, time to go to sleep and then wake up and you can start fresh, but maybe that's not the truth. Like maybe, some people look forward to the nighttime because it's more opportunities for them to start something new. And like, I really wanted to explore that and talk about that because I think I also at that point that I was writing it needed to hear it. Like I was in this process of being like, feel really stuck in my day-to-day routine, and how can I look into the moments that I don't necessarily always think about as possibilities for something.
So why Bon Iver though? What did it mean to you? Yeah.
So Bon Iver is like a musician that I've been listening to. I think it's a music project. There's like 20 people involved with the project, which is insane because you think it's just like one guy and his piano, but it's not. But Bon Iver is somebody and people I've listened to since 2013, 2014. So if there's anybody that I have loved for as long as I have and still listen to their music every single day, it would be Bon Iver. And I think he is like Justin, who's one of the lead guys of the project, like his music is my comfort music. And I think I wanted to kind of pay my respects and honor his legacy and the impact that he's had on my own songs and my music and my artistry, just by naming a song after him. And I kind of have a habit of doing that with artists where I'm like, I'm just gonna, stick the name in here and, be like, I hope people get it.
What can we expect from you in the future? Are you working on something that you can spill about? If you can't, it's okay. I'm just trying my luck here.
You got it. I mean, so the thing I can spill about, it's announced now, but Dusk is coming out on October 1st. And so that'll be Bon Iver and a handful of other songs that are kind of like the opposites to what was on Dawn. So I'm super excited about that. And that'll be the next chapter. And we get to explore the themes within that one.
You have so many amazing fans in Malaysia who loves you and obviously wants to see you perform, but with everything that's happening, you can't do that right now. So what do you want to say to all of them?
I just want to say thank you to every single person that chooses to support me and still supports me in Malaysia. Malaysia is like one of my dream places to play a show just because, oh my gosh, all the interactions I've had with Malaysian fans, you guys are so intense and so supportive and so loving, and like I can't even imagine what a live show would look like if I went to play in Malaysia. So I'm so excited for hopefully the opportunity to do that in the future. But for now, I just am so appreciative of everything you do for me from afar, and I hope that I can keep making you proud.
Oh, you know what? In that case, you gotta say I love you in the Malaysian language. Can you do
How
that?
do I do it? Teach me how to do it. Okay.
Okay, so saya is
Saya.
sayang is
Sayang.
love, and kamu is you.
Kabu. Okay, wait. So how's the whole thing go? So it's
Saya sayang kamu Malaysia. Like I love you. Malaysia.
Okay. Oh my god. Sayang. Oh gosh, no, I messed up. What's the first one? So it's sayang.
Yeah, saya sayang
Kabu,
Kabu.
Malaysia.
That's perfect.
Saya sayang Kabu, Malaysia.
You got it! Oh my god, y'all. Maya just told us she loves us. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for doing this. It's so nice to meet you. Hopefully we can meet in person soon, okay?
I hope so too. Thank you so much for taking the time too.
Fly FM, today's hottest music.